really cover those 5 things. Just as an overview, just so you know, most air purification technology has been around about 40 years.
Cool. So you got
most consumers aren't aware of what technology is. So we'll talk about that a little later. And most people end up paying too much in getting
test the main test.
Number one thing they don't want you to know is non-replacement air purifiers don't work well. So I know the idea sounds great. You never have to replace the filter.
Okay, well, like with silver-plated stuff, when you go to scrap this, you actually have to rip all the silver plate off, because inside of it is something else. It's just plated. It's not solid silver. If this was solid silver, this would be some huge money, dude.
Have a filter.
But
it looks like a cloth fabric. Choosing white.
So I got these 2 candlesticks from an estate sale, and I had to know what it was like, because I never actually did silver plate things, so I ripped all the silver plate off. And I just had all these flakes, and I weighed that, and I had a couple grams, and I sold it on eBay for like $10. So I'm keeping this one in the candlestick for him. Hopefully somebody will. But yeah, so silver plate's tough. I don't know. I mean, I did.
There isn't one.
I ain't trying to be no millionaire.
Yeah, you didn't pay much more than $1 for these, did you?
No.
Okay, good.
The ones that don't have filters like this don't work that well.
What kind of coins you got?
So the remedy is just get one that has an affordable replacement filter.
Oh, crap, so there's sentimental value in there, too.
No, my dad kicked me out. No, I had them for a while, and my stepbrother stole them.
Oh, shit.
And it took me like 2 years to get them back.
Oh, good for you, though. I mean, usually when something's gone, it's gone.
But as of right now, I'm sleeping with
extra filters inside.
I'm working on a hotel room.
And the reason for that is the Japanese demand, and they really think ahead and they realize, gee, I'm going to have to replace the filters.
Okay, cool. Yeah, give me a second. I'm going to look through all these.
For the next 2 years. Americans don't really think that way, and as a result,
right, I don't have much on me, but I want to pick some of these up, so I'll try and help you out.
Filters. Because once you bought the purifier, you're kind of stuck paying for whatever they want to charge.
Right, as cool as the Buffaloes are, they don't really go for much. I mean, it's let me see, it's like around like 35 cents a piece, something like that.
Cartridge was like $25, $30 every month. I went to replace this little tiny inkjet cartridge, and the reason why is that they could. They were overcharging me for it. So the remedy for this is really ask for filter prices first. Every 6 or 12 months you're going to need to change the filter, and buying it would be ask for a discount when you buy the unit.
Okay.
For extra replacement.
Yeah, they go on eBay for like 11 cents. I bought them at Berlin Market for like 35 cents a piece.
Number 3, fanless air purifiers. They simply don't move enough air.
They're all pretty old.
You don't see these as much anymore. For a while, the big one on television said, "Oh, it's great. It's so quiet, saves electricity." Because there's no fan. But unfortunately, it also means they really don't do a good job. So the remedy for that is avoid ones that don't have fans. And speaking of fans, buying it would be, see if you can test the fan for quiet and effectiveness. If it's strong, it's quiet, and you want to sleep if you have it in the bedroom. Some of the ones with brushless motors are generally the quietest, and if at the store you can't test one out, sometimes in the box they'll list the decibel level of fan speeds, and try to find one with a low or quiet fan speed that's 20 to 35 decibels, and that way you can sleep with it in the room at night.
These things usually go for 5 cents.
Number 4.
Yeah, the copper itself is like 2.2 cents. Whenever you find a pre-1982 pennies, its melt value is 2.2 cents.
The square footage is based on an empty room.
But when you have the one with the back logo, they go for like 5 cents a piece. Which is cool because you can get them for a penny if you look for them.
There's something called changes per hour. So you've got square footage, then within that square footage, how many times per hour does it completely change over the air in the room? Well, what you want to do is find one that does 4 to 9 times per hour, especially if you have asthma or allergies and you're running in the bedroom. You want it to completely redo the air 4 to 9 times per hour. Unfortunately, on the box, all this is square footage. So recently I called up a manufacturer, excuse me, I won't mention their name, but they start with an O and they've got a bald guy on TV selling it. And they have a unit now, it's a tower,
Okay, this was from 67 or before. 67 is the cutoff date for silver in Canada. So if you get one from 67 or before, it's worth a lot. But this is the aluminum. It's not even worth a
one of
quarter.
the technicians, and she goes, well, it does once per hour.
Seeing as this
Once per hour, that's really bad. So I could find one that does 300 square feet that does 4 times per hour. It'll actually do more than yours will.
Is this, it looks a lot like the Irish one, but it's not. Do you know what this is?
It'll tell you how many times per hour it'll do it in the room. And so you can't go just by square footage. So when you're shopping, look at square footage, but see if you can find out, and you have to call the manufacturer, how many times per hour. Before I mention number 5, I just wanted to mention there's a very cool new Japanese technology, which I love, because what it is they're these sensors that can detect pollen or dust in the air.
This is aluminum. The Canada stuff should also be aluminum.
That'll save electricity because it'll go on or off
okay,
or
so,
low depending on what's needed in the room.
So they're technically worthless. They're just kind of cool. You know, like
turn it on,
like,
turn it off, run it all day, not run it all day, not know when I need it. Will automatically adjust to what's going on in the air moment to moment. And I think it's also great for preventing allergies and asthma, because if it's going to detect pollen and dust and adjust automatically, I think that's a great way to prevent what's going on. So I just leave it on all the time. And there's a company, AirPod,
this is probably also like
that actually sells one that's very affordable.
Okay.
So number 5 thing to avoid is avoid infomercial air purifiers. I realize I'm making a blanket statement, but having worked and done infomercials, I know usually they look for a 7 to 8 time markup over the cost of the product. Because of that, they tend to leave things out like we need.
I think this is a British pound.
Because while they're not that expensive, it's enough to make infomercials. So I just avoid the ones you see on TV altogether. They usually don't.
But there's also like a ton of other countries
what I would
that
look for is look for one that has 4
were
to 5
like owned by the
technologies.
British.
Look for maybe
So it could be
first, UV second, and then ion,
I'm gonna have to look that up.
etc.
1 second.
On the next slide, I'll actually go over some of the different types of, depending on what you're looking for. I'd probably shop online. When you find a unit that you like, you can shop around to get the best price. You'd probably expect to pay anywhere from $100 to maybe $400, even $500 less online than you would by buying it on an infomercial. And I'd probably look for 1 year warranty.
All right.
Now, if you're wondering what technology kind of matches your needs, here's some general guidelines for HEPA, pre-filtered for allergies, asthma, some odors, carbon, charcoal, ozone for odors. Probably ozone is the best for odors. When you start with a low level of ozone and on-off switch on ozone. Great for animal smells, chemical sensitivity, etc. And then UV, TiO2, plasma, ceramic, and that's good for any kind of pathogens, colds, viruses, flu, bacteria, and also for some odors as well. But the great thing is now you can actually qualitative all this together. You might want to check out my other videos, best purifiers for allergies and asthma, how to get the right technology, and what I recommend is the AirPod Cleaner 9000, and that has a 9-stage purifier. It's got the smart sensors from Japan. It's twice the technology for half the price of a lot of the ones on the market. And if you mention the air purifier guide at the website, you'll actually save $100 and pay $299 for one of the state-of-the-art units. So,
this is a Canadian nickel, but it's from 1960, so I want to look it up.
Now this video I'm going to take you inside the 6-stage Alive Air Mini, which now sells for amazingly under $100. It's a purifier that'll do 400 square feet, and as you can hear, it's extremely quiet. It's actually running now, even on high. It's a very quiet unit, perfect for a small room, for sleeping with the veteran. And what I'm going to do now is take you inside, and you'll be able to see the 6 technologies.
That's why I came here. That's my friend.
First thing you come to
my friend Meatball.
Is
or Kyle.
A pre-filter,
but I know I had some coins.
Which is kind of like a screen door, just pops off. It's washable.
I was here listening to you guys talking.
It'll gather your
definitely bring
dust,
it to the right place.
Your dander,
yeah, I'm into this stuff.
It's cool how much you know.
cat hairs, dog hairs, and then you have the electrostatic behind it. This is kind of like the ionic plates,
helps have the computer too, because
all different versions. And basically,
without that, I mean, like, I wouldn't know what the hell this was.
Yeah, it's all guessing. You know, you can go right there.
These are going to collect soot. They're not really good for dust or pollen or hair, but they will collect soot because they'll grab things that are positively or negatively charged in the air. Also good for smoke, good for some odors as well. And then behind that, what you see is a HEPA filter. And a HEPA filter is the one doctors recommend in case someone's got a dirty already. Doctors recommend this because it's going to capture pollen and dirt in the air. It's going to capture your particles.
Check the,
And you're going to change this maybe every 9 months. And this one's just about ready to get changed. And then on the back you have carbon built in. What carbon does, carbon absorbs gases and odors. So that's a one-piece HEPA filter as well. And then behind that, what you'll see is a UV bulb. UV is going to kill germs, viruses, bacteria. And then inside it, you can't see it, but inside there is a negative ion. A negative ion is what's giving you more energy. It's going to help you sleep better.
I was not expecting that, but the Canadian and American exchange rate is like right there. It's like, so that's pretty cool. So,
and it's got a 3-year warranty on it.
Which
it's
means
a great
that you
bargain
have
for
55
small,
cents right
if
there.
your room is under 400 square feet, air purifier. So that's a little bit about the Live Air Mini. Now, if you need a bigger air purifier, you got a big room for your living room, and it's over 400 square feet, then the regular Live Air purifier is perfect.
I don't know what the Iceland stuff is worth. I gotta look that up.
Typically, air purifiers only use 2 to 3 technologies. What if there was a unit that had 9 technologies all built into one? Well, that's what we're going to take a look at right now, the Live Air machine, which has 9 technologies all built in. And as you see, I pulled it apart. I've got all the filters sitting here. We're going to go through each one quickly. First thing you see here is a large UV bulb. UV is used in hospitals to kill germs, bacteria, viruses, etc. On the inside, I'm not going to pull this apart, but there's ionization. And ionization, what re-enlivens the air, gives you more energy, helps you sleep better, think better, etc. There's a lot of research on ions. And there's a large fan, so it actually moves a lot of air. So through a large 800 square foot room. The next filter we come to is TiO2. Now, TiO2 is titanium dioxide. It's nanotechnology. But when UV light shows on it, it's extremely effective in killing viruses, flu, cold, etc. So it's, again, going to enhance the UV. And then next what we come to is a large HEPA filter. Now, HEPA filters are the ones that doctors and allergists recommend most. And what you can see in this, you can see there's a little dirt on it already. That's because we had the fireplace going. So it's picking up some of the soot in the air, which is very not good for your health. Anyway, but what happens with HEPA, why it's so effective is it'll actually capture
It's kind of disappointing, but the Iceland stuff comes out to like 16 cents.
HEPA is when you want to get it. You want to find one with an affordable replacement. And this good size HEPA, I think it's only $29 a replacement filter on it. On the back of it, they did a very clever thing. It's got activated carbon on the back. Carbon is the most effective at absorbing gases and odors from carpeting, outgassing, any kind of odor. So we're going to put that filter in there. Next one we come to is a large photocatalytic grid. Now this grid is similar to the one you see sold that you wash the plates. It's got these big plates on it. The positive and negative charge on these plates. But it's very effective at gathering pollution and absorbing dirt in the air. It's not real good at hair and pollen, as HEPA is, but it is effective, and it's washable. You just wash that. And now we get to just a large pre-filter. Now, as you can see, it's kind of like a screen door. And this is going to catch hair, dust, and large molecules.
maybe it's not disappointing, but $354 is how much you could get out of all of these if you priced them all individually and took the time and waited for the right person to find them and stuff. You know, that's how much I could get out of them if I priced each of them and put them in there and just waited.
If I turn it on automatic, it's got an automatic, it's got a quiet mode for sleeping, mode medium, high. Automatic mode will actually detect.
So if you want to take any of these back, I mean, like it might be, the feeling of having them might be worth more than the actual dollar amount.
Turn it on for an hour, 2 hours, 8 hours. But I just leave it on all day long because it's going up and down and adjusting itself to what's going on in the room. It will also tell you automatically when you need.
And this is how much you could get for them after months and months of waiting. I have to offer less than that. Because I got an 8-stage model.
They're called air purifiers or air cleaners, and we spend about $500 million a year in this country.
But Consumer Reports and KCRA3's Lindsay Paulo tested nearly 40 portable units, and they show many did not do a great job at cleaning.
I guess I'll just keep them sentimental.
Consumer Reports tested air purifiers in a sealed